Guys, I'm kind of sad because this is the first time that I'm ending a series. This is series 1, episode 5, Becoming Authentically You. Thank you guys for joining back at Community Pink Room. Hope you're following the Instagram account and joining the community at community.tm. And I hope you guys are doing really well. I hope you guys have been seeing things in your reality change, seeing things in your personal life change, seeing things in yourself that are changing for the better, and reaping a lot of positive and great things. Because I know that I will be, and that I am. And the reason why I said I will be is because I recorded almost everything today, and so I know that once I edit it and apply it, and I have applied it as I'm saying it, but once I, you know what I mean? Once I give myself the time, a few days, a few weeks pass by, I hope that I'm, at the place where I'm dreaming of right now, or, hoping for. But you know what? I think this kind of goes with being authentically you. I don't know, sometimes I used to be, I would say so-so at words. I used to be so-so at words. I think it all kind of went a bit all over the place when a few years ago I started listening to more reggae music, and just into, because I'm half Canadian, half Jamaican, so it's when I speak more Jamaican, or with the reggae music, it's kind of it's not the same as speaking full on English. And then I'm half Nova Scotian, so that also doesn't speak full English, so then I'm just not speaking full English. There's periods where I'm just not speaking full English, and so it's hard. Sometimes I'm I have to make sense, try and make sense, make English sense, but it's kind of I don't know, just I don't know. I also really accept the way that I am, so it's not I force myself to speak more English, and I think that I speak enough English, so it's fine. It's I don't really need to speak more English. I don't know. It's okay. I'm fine. If some people can understand me, then I'm good. I'm good, because at the end of the day, I understand you whether you speak or whether you don't, and I'm really good at reading, body language. Yeah, that's something I want to talk about. Okay, but I have some topics that we're going to talk about with becoming authentically you. So some are setting aside time to be unconditionally yourself, feeling comfortable and familiar with yourself, living your reality proudly, and give yourself love and recognition. I feel being authentically you is something that I want everyone to do. Just everyone to be authentically them. I feel it's just cool to be authentically you. To how you talk, to how, to how you move, to how you live, to anything like that. I'm just really intrigued by that, because, I don't know, I never was a person that was the world should look one way, and the people should look one way. I never thought this. I don't think any of us really thought this. And I'm relating back to being a kid. I never was that's something that's human. What is that word called? Human born. That's something that we infuse in us. It's not something that we naturally have that tendency of thinking, that way of thinking. So I love when people are authentically them, and I can sense it from miles away. No, I love going out and seeing someone and just seeing how they are. It's just so happy to see someone, especially who are unapologetically themselves. Some people are just authentically them, and it's not anything that's they have new colors or big bright bold colors on them or anything like that. It's their vibe, who they are. It's just authentically them. I think that's just cool when we see authenticity. something like that. I think I said that word, authenticity, I'll say again, in one another and each other. It's just kind of like, yay, we can all like be ourselves here. It's like a safe place. I'm just gonna drink some water. This is turning into an SMR. Is that how you say it? Okay. No, yeah, sorry. Yeah, I just love that. I love seeing that. I think that when I mostly go out to places like, actually it can happen whenever. Honestly, I can't really put a place. Oh, this is where more people are authentic. It's kind of just like, I don't know, sometimes wherever I go, sometimes at like house parties. I don't really go to house parties much anymore, but like anywhere, like you'll find someone just being authentically them. I know in high school I was quite authentically me. At the end I was quite authentically me. I was like unapologetically me. I was like, this is how I feel, this is how I want to dress, this is how I'm gonna come to school. I feel like sleeping in class, I feel like eating food in class. Like even before the class started, I just had my food out already in the corner in the back. And it's just unapologetically me. But at the same time, like I'm just gonna be me. Like I'm happy, I'm on cloud 9. I can only apologize for my happiness so many times before I just have to be living my life, you know? I feel like that's always been like something that I had to go through. In the past like few years, it's just that habits, like not apologizing for who I am, but like realizing people's reactions, and you know, just being like, oh, they either didn't expect that, they've never seen this before, I don't know. But then when you meet someone who's authentically them and they're not shy, or like even if they're shy, but like if you meet someone who's authentically them, like oh my god, like you have a blast. Like I don't know, have you guys met anyone like that? Who's authentically them and then you're like authentically you? Or like even if you're like shy and authentically you, like that is the best, you know? Oh my gosh, it's the best. And I always felt like pressured, kind of, not pressured, but like in high school I hung around like lots of different type of people, but the one people who kind of like intimidated me were like the cool people, like the people who were just naturally cool, like authentically cool, like they were really calm, they're just really cool. Like I never was cool. I was like, help me learn this. I wasn't like loud and like that all the time, but I was like more of a not chill person, and I always wanted to be chill because I hung around a lot of chill people, but that was one thing that like I could not do. Like even if I tried, I would always like try and talk to someone within like within the chill vibes. I'd be like, I'd try to be cool, I'd try to be chill, but then like it's just so much fun. Like once you start learning about life, at least for me in my opinion, once I started learning about life and like just seeing all the things that I could do in high school, like being a young girl and having like friends and like going a bunch of places and like just like taking the world by storm, like not even taking the world by storm, but like, you know, taking the world like head on, like let's go, like let's have some fun. It's just like it's hard to kind of like mellow down and like be chill. So I think like being authentically me really got me through high school, because like I never really harbored those things that I wasn't, and I had to accept that I wasn't that way. And even though I wanted to be that way because a lot of people were, you know, chill, I was like, I just can't. I try to go home, I try to like calm myself down, I just couldn't. Maybe I didn't want to, but like I just couldn't. I don't know, either one. So we're setting aside time to be unconditionally yourself, or in this case unconditionally myself. So set aside time to be unconditionally yourself. I feel like that is key to do that. If you're not already just born authentically yourself, then you probably, like if you are born authentically yourself, then you don't need to necessarily do this. But if you feel like you've kind of caught onto a few little things that like aren't really authentically expressing yourself, then just set aside some time to authentically be yourself. whether that's sitting and, doing whatever, listening to music that you listen to, dressing the way you want to, going to events that you love, talking to people that you miss, talking to people that you love, anything like that, anything that like makes you authentically you. That's like super important to have that time to like get there. I feel like in high school, I'm just gonna say this briefly, I feel like how I got to be authentically me was, that's interesting. Authentically me, like I'm trying to, I don't remember there being a certain day. I think it just comes naturally too. Like the moment when you just give yourself time and you're like, okay, I'm gonna stop being this personality, being safe. I'm gonna like be me. And I think that's when everything kind of starts to change. Everyone's different. That was just in like my case. Sometimes you just need to like move away from the fog and like, you're there. Like you're always there. You just have to kind of move away from the fog and all the things that like you've adapted and da 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 da. And you just have to be yourself because you know how to be authentically yourself more than anyone could probably tell you how to be yourself. You just have to like be yourself. Don't be fearful, just do it. And I feel like those are like my best times. My fun times I have a lot of fun times, but like those were like my high school like fun times when I was like 16, 17ish, 18. I was just doing me, like full throttle. I was saying how I felt. I was true. And that's just because I realized like, hey, I can't be chill. I can't be chill. So I gotta be me, 100%. And it did me really well. I attracted the people I wanted to attract, met the people who I wanted to meet. I went the places I wanted to go. I did the traveling I wanted to do. Everything worked out. Give thanks. And then you gotta feel comfortable and familiar with yourself. So yeah, you can get away the fog, but then if like someone opens the door but you don't feel comfortable with yourself, like you're in your space, okay, you're like, okay, I'm me, here's me, this is me, pure, and then someone walks past you and then you close off and the fog comes back and everything comes back and you're not your authentic self anymore. You're not yourself who doesn't care. You're not yourself, whatever your authentic self is, like, but you close off again, you put the fog back up, everything goes, all the props go back on stage. It's gonna be hard, so take time to, yes, have that moment to be like, okay, I'm authentically me, but then also get comfortable with that. Do certain things where you're just yourself, like go to like, I don't know, go to places that you go to events and be that authentic you. If your authentic self is you going up and talking to people, then do that. Like, be your authentic self and see the response. And if the response is positive, then I hope, and many other people and you feel positive, then I hope that is enough for you to just continue to be authentically you. Because that's super important. And when other people see you being authentically you, they might go home and do the exact same thing. It's like a ripple effect. I do feel like that happens, and then you attract people, even if like someone who's like not authentically themselves, and then you with your authenticity come and you guys like connect, that person may open up and you will like even feel like more yourself, you know what I mean? So it's like a very nice situation, just being authentic. It honestly helps a lot of people, and a lot of good times ahead. And then you want to live your reality proudly. So it's like, yes, you're familiar with yourself. Okay, you're ready. Like, okay, I feel comfortable. I can do this. I can go to the grocery store. I can go to the mall. I can go to the park. I can go to, events, and be myself. I know that 100%. Now you have to live that proudly. So when someone goes, for example, and someone says, like, calm down, or like when someone says, like, gives you a weird look, like, you have to live that proudly. You have to be like, this is me, this is my skin, this is what my heart wants, this is what I want, this is what my mind wants, all my senses, this is what my body wants. You know what I mean? You have to live that proudly. Because at the end of the day, when you leave that event, when you leave the park, when you leave the grocery store, when you leave the mall, when you leave the movie theaters, you're gonna come back to yourself, and you're gonna want to have those memories of being your authentic self. You're not, it's tricky. So don't put yourself down if you do close up. That's fine. But just know that it's kind of good to be proud of who you are. Always. 100% always. And when you're proud of your reality, when you're proud of who you are, like, honestly, everything shifts. Like, even me now saying that, like, my vibration has just shifted. Like, I feel like, you know how I was on cloud 9? Or I stated in the previous episode, episode 4, series 1, becoming your greatest self, I was stating about the clouds and cloud 9. Like, if you can, like, be proud and be proud being authentically you, like, the whole universe is yours. Like, you will feel that universal shift, and you will feel connected. And that's just how I felt, even just wording this, by saying, like, live your reality proudly. It's just a fun time also. Like, oh my gosh, I have so many stories. Like, oh, this is why I tried an attempt to write a book. I just had so many stories. So many stories. Like, just so many. Like, oh, I can go on for days and days of just, like, what I've been through being authentically myself and all the things that I've experienced. And still to this day, I'm authentically myself. The only thing is that I'm really cautious, or I don't like, it's not that I don't like, it's just like going out in public places, I'm fine. I can be authentically myself. I just like to be surrounded by at least some people who, like, emit that energy, or like some people who know their intentions, and like some people who just don't make me feel uncomfortable. But I don't blame them. I kind of blame, like, I don't know, just like how we're set up. Like, what is the norm? The norm is not really to be, and I might be wrong, because sometimes I state these one things and they're not like the full truth, but like, so, you know, I just feel like, at least where I live, it's not really like, you can be yourself maybe when you had a few drinks in you, but like, that's not what I want. Like, I want someone who's just genuinely, authentically themselves, and that's nice, you know. So that's why I'm like wary to go outside. That's why I kind of like created community.tm, to hopefully gain a community, gain a space, create a space where this can happen. Authenticity can happen. I swear I think I'm saying that word wrong. Authenticity. Hold on. I'm just honestly curious. Let me go. Authenticity. Let me see. Authenticity. Oh, I was saying it right. Okay. Sorry if that was loud in the headphones. Yeah, so no. Yeah, so I think that's why I know that's why I created community.tm, because of that feeling. Like, even after you leave the bar or whatever you leave, the social event, like, I want to have a community that I can, like, relate to, and, like, you know, actually make deep conversations. Like, because right now, or for the past year or whenever, I wasn't really a huge, like, bar and club person, especially not a club person. Like, I probably only been to like 4, 5, 6 clubs now, maybe less, 5, 4. But bars, I like the atmosphere. I like when the lights are dim. I like the little lights, and like, my hope is to always have a striking conversation with someone, anyone, you know. But I feel like that now I'm starting to realize that doesn't happen where I go with bars. Sometimes it does, but it's not the type of conversations where we can sit down and talk about being authentic. You know what I mean? So I'm starting to realize that, like, I actually want to create a place where this can happen. And especially since, oh my gosh, is that, because I think I got bit the other day, so I'm like, whoa, it's not this size, but it could be, hold on, no, it's not, okay, illusion, no, as I was saying, so create communities, so TM, so that I can have this space, so we can have these conversations, and so that, you know, I can feel like, you know, I don't have to go to a bar to have these conversations with people, just because I have to go out and I have to socialize, like, not even that I have to, but that I want to, like, but it's okay, everything's gonna work out. And so that's being proud of, you know, living your reality, becoming authentic, being proud. And then the last topic is give yourself love and recognition. That's a big one, because I think when we're authentic and we're ourselves and we're proud and we go out and we do what we do, we may want some validation from other people. Some people would be like, wow, man, wow, wow, individual, wow, like, you know, just praise us. We want people to be like, wow, like, you are authentic, and, like, that's great and all, but, like, when you look in the mirror and you're putting on your authentic clothing and you're putting on your authentic body spray, anything, whatever you're doing, when you're having you time, you want to make sure that you're giving yourself love and recognition. It's not just about someone saying something about you and that being your only validation. You have to validate yourself. You have to be proud. You have to be comfortable and familiar with yourself. You have to, you know, give time to know yourself. And then you have to, like, give love to yourself and recognition and be like, me. Look in the mirror. Be like, me. Like, be, like, just know. Just feel. And be like, I am. Oh, sorry for the sound in the back. You might hear my brother. He just come back from soccer. But yeah, he's a great soccer player. That's someone I want to have on the season for sure to talk about that, because he is a dreamer and he will succeed. But anyways, like, give yourself the love and recognition. There's a lot of times where I give myself love and recognition, and I'm just like, wow, look how beautiful you are. Like, even all the things that you thought were flaws or society told you was not, has to go, or like whatever, like, wow, like those things. And that's going to be another topic that I actually have coming up for you, like body image and all that type of stuff. Oh, this thing fell. It's okay. Just gotta go like that. Yeah, that's why the mic moved, because it's like, don't tell, you know, being attentive. Series 1, episode 2. Take a look at that. So I'm being attentive. I'm not going to talk about that anymore, because the mic literally, like, flew down, and hasn't flew down all day. But, yeah, so just give yourself the love. I look in the mirror and I feel, wow, I'm so beautiful, you know, rub yourself, cuddle, you know, have fun time, like, have fun time. Like, just make sure that you feel the love from yourself. And truly, when you feel that love from yourself, you're able to then give that love to others. And it works better that way versus someone giving you a compliment for a minute to 10 minutes too often. But at the same time, from your end, there's no comments. And that's going to kind of stand as a red flag. At least that's how I think it is. Or if someone's doing that, it depends. It depends on their intention, and it depends on their act of service. If they're doing it to build you up, that's very good. But if you can, definitely always just build yourself up. Even if, like, someone needs this and you play this for them, and, like, that helps them build that up so that they can have that conversation with themselves, that's perfect. That's a super act of service. I just think that, you know, maybe that's just my own projection, because I have my own thing with, like, compliments. where compliments are great, but I definitely think that at the end of the day, if you're not sure, you're not confident with yourself, you're not all the compliments, you don't believe any of the compliments that people say, then if you don't believe the compliments that people say, or you believe them too much, it's just a weird tie. Just give yourself love, give yourself recognition, know that you're beautiful, know that you're striving, know that like being authentically you is amazing. Like I applaud that. Like I love that, and I would hopefully one day would love to be authentically myself with your authentic version of yourself, because that, I told you, that makes you feel like you just have the whole universe like at storm. Like the universe is just like providing great vibes now that you are your authentic self, providing a great road for you, providing a great path for you when you are your authentic self. Like this is big stuff. I don't know, it's all up to you at the end of the day, but that's just what I say. So that is how I come around to, and how I would say, to becoming your authentic self. These are just some steps and some tips. Guys, you've held it down. You guys have done it with me. Paying so close attention to everything, and the feedback and all the love and everything like that for the podcast. Oh my gosh, so much love. I can feel it. This is it. Series 1, episode 5, Becoming Authentically You, is soon coming to an end, and series 1 is coming to an end. Like, series 1 was so good. Let's just backtrack a second. So we had series 1, we had episode 1, Becoming Alive. Amazing. Go, if you have not seen any of these, please go back. Then we have season 1, episode 2, Becoming Attentive. Wow, patterns, red flags. Oh, you gotta see it if you didn't see it. And then we have series 1, episode 3, Becoming Successful. What a topic. What a topic. And then you have series 1, episode 4, Becoming Your Greatest Self. That was like probably one of my greatest and my favorite ones to talk about, just because I haven't talked about that one as often out loud. And then we have series 1, episode 5, which is this, Becoming Authentically You. These conversations could definitely go on much longer. However, I just want to keep them this length unless needed to be expanded, just because I want to hit the basis. I want to, as I said before, I want to be intentional. And if I'm intentional, then it will only need its desired time that is presented and given. And obviously these can be expanded, and obviously I want to have these conversations in depth with you and everyone in community.tm. So don't forget to follow and join in on the community. Leave a like, comment on the photos. Let me know if you guys want to see any different type of photos on the community.tm page. Let me know if you want to share your craft, passion, or expertise on the page. I am open to that. You just have to go under the highlight on the Instagram page under join, and you will be able to email me if you want to share your craft, and I will be more than open to share it on the story or share it on the page, so that you can meet alike creatives and alike artists, and we can all just connect and better ourselves. And that's what like my dream is, really. So feel free, have a beautiful day, and know that you can do anything, and I respect you being authentically you. Yes, I am whispering. Have a beautiful day. Thank you. Series 1 is complete.